Have you been around the world lately? There is magic called the AI. Have you heard about that? Probably yes. Oh, it's doing a lot, and in its sense of doing that a lot, we have to talk about something called Solopreneurship. I don't know if you and your friends have time to really understand how most of the things we love actually come about, the life we live actually manifests, only because we understand what others don't on time. The other night I was thinking of how a kingdom can create a beer and then it's only served for their wedding, and then it's not on the market anymore. You can't buy it from anywhere. It was exclusive. That was creativity. That was amazing. I mean, you don't always get people to be amazed. Something so exclusive. I had to listen. Because it's through listening that we actually understand everything around us. The ears listen differently. Your nose listens to different smells. Your tongue listens to different tastes. Your eyes listen to different light shades and colors. Then your skin listens to different heat temperatures around you, including the one inside your body. But there is something called Solopreneurship. Probably you've heard about that. As we're moving on from what everyone would think has been an era of so much drama, so much commentary, people trying to understand how the internet works, the tech companies trying to see how to dominate the economies and all that. The economy is looking at how the dominance in revenue is also scaling up and things like that. But there is one small thing that people always forget. Because as we're structuring, as we saying companies should be well structured, organizations should be well structured, institutions should be well structured, there is institutionship, that is Solopreneurship, where the structure only looks at the boss, the boss for boss talk. So many systems that have become of age are actually being challenged by that. They expect delegation all the time. They expect supervision. They expect managerial. They expect all that. But it's a .com world, and Solopreneurship is trending. It's thriving. It's taking shape totally different. Because if you can afford it, then you can provide the service. And if you can provide the service, then you have the audience. The audience gives you the returns and the economy thrives. So it's all about doing the math, doing the algorithm around you, the matrix, solving the hard equations with the simplest mathematics around you. Brands are popping up every time now and then. Universities have never stopped releasing graduates. The planet isn't getting bigger. The resources aren't as fast as humanity is expanding. Because the more humanity expands, that means certain things are going extinct if not being protected. People just walk in and clear the forests. They don't know what is inside the forests. What types of trees, what types of nature, what types of biochemistry that happens around there. And nobody cares, you know. Nobody wonders. People are clearing swamps in broad daylight. Nobody wonders, nobody cares, nobody minds. And then when it floods, the economy also floods. Because property gets destroyed when it floods. People get internally displaced when it floods. Plus. So, sometimes it's all about understanding. Building the now and the then with all your mindset, without distractions, without being pushed, you know. Every boat has an engine. Each engine has a type and a horsepower. That's why, depending on your area of environment, you get to find people flying on canoes, others soaring on speedboats, others soaring on yachts, others soaring on whatever kind of boat that can move them around the waters. But what exactly are you really into when it comes to business? Because that's how business should be. Every boat is a different business. Every business is a different boat. What engine is powering your boat to keep it afloat? The ocean, the lake, the sea, the river, the man-made lake, wherever it is, man-made, whatever your business is thriving from. Others love it on the streets, while the climate activists and humanitarians are trying so much to say, okay, it's okay to be on the streets, but there is pollution. The way you hate a cigarette smoker is the way that car is damaging your sister's lungs, your brother's lungs, and everything in between. And that's a solopreneurship like kind of awareness you need as you, not everyone else. It starts with you. can talk about it, but you are the one who implements it. You are the one who makes it work. We've been there. We've been to places where our mindsets feel like a jungle of roses growing through thorns. The AI is here. It's helping businesses thrive. Have you tried it? Have you enjoyed the power of internet? Have you enjoyed the power of digitalization, the power of creating a digital presence around your business? Have you enjoyed that? Because that's the value of now. That's the value of building then with now. Have you really thought again of what is really relevant today? If schools are teaching digitally, if supermarkets are doing deliveries, how are you upgrading your life? Yes, you earn that much. You save that much on your account. You spend that much. You're that luxurious. You're that lavish. You're that flamboyant. You're that glam. But how have you really thought again of your business? Will it always be you on the front talking to your customers with the assistance of the AI? Or will you let someone else always do that for you? Will you hire an agency to do that for you, to keep you secure, to keep your assets secure, the digital assets? Or will you always forget and stay reluctant when multi-million-dollar corporations are actually securing their content, their digital presence, their digital footprint? It's never too late. They say better late than never. While other multi-corporations have been there for 10, 5 plus years, 16, 15, depending on how fast they wanted to be there. Other corporations and other institutions have been have been offline for decades. And they could have audiences out there. They could have a market, a very big market. But no one is actually trying to reach out to see if actually they can expand on that market. That's something I always ask my friends around me. Yes, we're talking about this, we're drinking soda, we're having fun, we're talking about all the jazz. But how are we helping those who don't understand where we are? Because they are the people who will be the challenge when we start balancing the boat, when we start looking at how we are offloading the merchandise. They'll be like, hey, how did you get there? And the world leaders will be like, hey, this information has been online for decades. What have your leaders been doing? So it's a mindset change. It's you, the one who can access this information to let other people in, to bring them up, so that they don't end up in positions where they're asking themselves questions that they can't even answer how they came about with them. That's the reality, that's the truth, that's the now. Solopreneurship is thriving. Are you still thinking of the multi-structuring, goes before the box that serves all others, the jobs, the services, the care, the feedback, the bonuses, the coupons. There is a lot that others need to understand. As you learn that is how the other people also want to learn that. But how far have you gone to support them? You might not be doing that directly, but have you reached out to anyone who can do that? There are institutions that need awareness. There are organizations that need what we call mentorship. Yeah, that need like what we call orientation, into the .com world better. They need to create a better digital presence around their businesses. Their multi-billion-dollar projects without digital addresses. Why? It causes curiosity from the one who is collecting the taxes to the one leading. If that business is really transparent, if that project is really transparent, why are you hesitating to digitalize it? Because digitalization means transparency. See? Don't wait to become the problem. When they start saying, hey, it's time for this kind of tax, we need the receipts to be this, we need you to have this kind of receipt around you, we need you to have this kind of documentation, when actually you were the one blocking the economy from growth. The government says something different, you also say something different. The government says the policy is about helping everyone out of poverty. You don't minding about what information you're talking about. In the conversations you're having, it's all about wasting time. And then when people walk away and mind their business, you say they're bad. They're not bad. You don't have anything in common to talk about. You don't have anything in common to share that they can actually relate with. And then, how informed are you? They might be walking away because they're introverts. They have failed to be productive around you. For example, an introvert with a laptop would expect you to be someone who just needs a service. They say, I'm offering a graphics designing service. What other conversation do you want me to have around you? I'm only there to fix your website or to do a few website upgrades on your platform. What other really conversation do you want me to have with you? Yeah? Don't create spaces and shields that will actually break without anything sharper going through them. We've been to places, multicultural places, multi-mindset places, and these places have actually empowered people. It's the value of now. You understand it differently. You don't push because everyone is pushing. You push because you want to see everyone getting there. It doesn't get easier. gets better by working, by embracing, by enabling, by understanding, by digesting, by not failing yourself, by remembering the law, by obedience. Because it's all by that then can be. No matter how much you try again, it's like dust. No matter how much you shield yourself anywhere, dust can always find you. It's a house, it's well locked, it's air locked and all that. But the few seconds you open up, allow dust inside. And the more seconds accumulate to hours. Those are hours of dust inside. So again, don't wait until someone is pushing you to understand it. Strive to be informed, to be aware, to be in the know of what's happening around you. Because it's that what's happening around you that will keep your mindset upgraded all the time, updated all the time. Not everyone is on a smartphone, but you who has a smartphone, you who is on that social platform, have you whispered around to that person the goodies, the beautifulness, the reasons why you're still on that platform? Because if it wasn't really empowering, it wasn't really enabling, you wouldn't be on it. Yeah? In whichever way it's enabling you. You might be somebody looking for comedy. There are platforms that offer that, so much of comedy. Somebody looking for intellectual education. There are platforms that offer that. Yeah? There's somebody looking for really corporate stuff. There are platforms that offer that. There's somebody looking to elevate someone from their own mindset. There are platforms that offer that. But have you looked out for them? Have you tried to share the link around? Have you tried to search around? Because that's the value of now. The value of now is how does this happen? It's the start of everything. It's gonna be a really rough road, roller coaster of trillions of events. For the world has to catch up. The economies have to catch up. Leaderships have to catch up. Organizations, institutions, you yourself and the families have to catch up. It's what we're doing, and it's what the world will always do. Be in the know, be better than you've ever been. It's the value of now. Dr. Rayyans Elvis, F2F Live, Creations. Visit creations.org.